Hi, I'm Wanda with Jimmy Branch Homestead, and today I'm going to be preparing a high protein dog food for our dog Tippy. If you've been watching our channel, you know that he's had skin issues and some allergies, and so we're trying to make him homemade dog foods. And this will be the second of my series for dog foods. And I am going to start off today with 2 large breasts, and each of these breasts weigh about a pound. So the recipe calls for 15 1/8 ounces of chicken. I'm just going to throw in the extra ounce per batch. So again, I'm making a double batch, so I'm going to cook up 2 large breasts. And what I'm going to do is, you can grind it if you wish. I don't feel like pulling out my meat grinder because I have to go outside and get it out of the shed. So I'm just going to cut it up in real small pieces, kind of dice it maybe. So I'll cut it in long strips. Oops. And then I'll come back and kind of just cut it in little pieces. I think that'll be fine. So hopefully you can see that. You know, maybe between 1/4 and 1/2 inch or about 1/2 inch pieces. So I'm going to go ahead and get these all cut up and put in the pan, and then I'll come back to you. Okay, so I have my chicken all diced up now. So I'm just going to turn my burner on medium heat. And we're going to get this cooking. Now, again, it's poultry. You want to make sure that it is fully cooked. You don't want to give salmonella to your dog either. So I'm going to spend a few minutes just cooking this up, and then I'll pull my other ingredients out. Now, what I did was I chopped a lot of the vegetables that I use in several different recipes, filled up some gallon bags with them so I can just dip out the measurements that I need, and that way when I'm making more dog food, it won't take as long. I also cooked up a lot of the brown rice. So I cooked it in 2 pots. One pot I did 1/4 cup of rice, which is what most of the recipes call for, to see how much it made up cooked. And it comes to a 1/2 cup, you know, put in there pretty good. So I have a whole pot of brown rice, and I will keep that in a bowl in the refrigerator. And again, just dip out as I need it, and that will save me a ton of time when I'm making a lot of different dog food recipes. So let me get this chicken cooked up, and I'll be back with you in a few minutes. I forgot, while the chicken is cooking, I also have a pot on the stove of water. I have 2 cups of water in here, and when it comes to a boil, I will add 1 1/4 cups of oatmeal. You can use any kind of oatmeal that you want, but it should be non-fortified. I am going to use old-fashioned, just plain rolled oats. That's what we buy. And I actually did just buy, if you watched my Azure Standard haul, a 50-pound bag of oats. And you would think, what are you going to do with 50 pounds? Well, we like oatmeal, but I knew I was going to be making a lot of our dog foods. And a lot of the recipes does call for oatmeal to be included in with it. So let me get this other burner on. And I'll get this oatmeal cooked and this chicken cooked up. Okay, so the chicken and the oatmeal are both done, so I'm just going to move them to the back of the stove and kind of let them cool off. In my fry pan here, I have eggs. So for a single batch, it takes 12 ounces, and I just measure it out into a liquid measure cup. Since I doubled the recipe, I need 24 ounces, and that equated to 15 eggs. So I'm just going to kind of break these up and scramble them. And then when I get them scrambled, I'll come back to you. Okay, I'm just going to mix all the hot ingredients now together in this large pan. In goes the oatmeal. And then I need a half cup of rice. Spread that around, get it mixed in. And then we're going to add in the scrambled eggs. Some of those are still in kind of big chunks, so it will kind of break up as I keep mixing other things in it. It's just easier to mix up the hot ingredients before I add them to the cold, because you'll see I'm going to end up with this huge bowl that I'm mixing in as I get all these ingredients in here. Semi mixed up. Okay, so next I need 6.5 teaspoons of canola oil for a single batch. So since I'm doubling it, that equals 1/4 cup plus 1 teaspoon. And I'm just going to go ahead and add that to the pan mixture. And that'll get mixed in even better as I'm mixing everything together. Okay. And let's see, I already got the oats and the rice in. Okay, so next is 5/8 of a cup of apples with skin. And since I am doubling it, it is 1 1/4 cups. I have apples already diced sitting in water over here. And I'm just going to measure those out. So I figure it to be a heaping cup, basically. And we're going to put that in the bowl. And next is 1/4 cup, but I'm going to use 1/2 cup since I'm doubling it, of sliced banana. And I have a banana here ready to go because it will brown quickly, so I wanted to wait till the last minute. Let's see what I do with my cups right there. Let's see how much that makes. And I'm just kind of dicing them up. It says sliced, but I'm slicing them and then quartering them. Especially some of my slices are kind of thick. I thought to make up a 1/2 cup. Looks like that banana's going to be just perfect. It wasn't real big banana, but it wasn't small. It was like a medium. So that'll be good. And this bowl's going to get full, so I'm going to kind of mix as I go, and then I'll do a big mix. Okay, so for a single batch, it would be 1/4 cup of grated carrots. Since I'm doubling it, it will be 1/2 cup. Again, I'm grating up lots of stuff so I can make lots of different batches quicker and easier. Okay, next is celery. I'll have to pour that because I don't want to contaminate that. And it takes 3/4 cup for this recipe, so doubling it for 1.5 cups. Okay, there's the cup. It's so much faster to just prepare a lot of one thing that I'm going to use a lot. So I don't have to keep doing it every day and washing the board in between each thing. I mean, I still have to wash the board in between each thing, but 1/2 cup of broccoli, so we're going to do 1 cup. Good. And all these are raw. We don't want them cooked. And then 1/2 cup of peas, but since I'm doubling again, I'm going to put in 1 cup. And I'm using frozen peas because fresh peas are not in season. So I'm going to give those veggies a mix there. Just kind of let you see what it looks like here. And then 3.5 ounces of water, but instead of water, I am using chicken bone broth. It'll help give you more flavor and also more nutrition. And so that'd be about 7 ounces. And I'll just save this for next time. Okay, now we're going to mix everything together. And I'm going to mix it a little at a time, just because it gets so hard to mix. Oops, I guess I don't need 2 spoons in here. He's going to love this one. He loves them all, but I'm sure he's going to really love this one. Having twice the meat and eggs in it. Even smells good. It'd be like our chicken casseroles, kind of. Except for all the added oil. I really want to make sure all the proteins and the vegetables are evenly distributed throughout there. Okay, so there's just 2 more things that we need to add. So for a single batch, it is 1 teaspoon of Morton Iodized salt. For a double batch, it will be 2 teaspoons. And that's because dogs need iodine in their diet too. We're not doing this for the flavoring. And then the second thing, I'm going to use the Super Gravy Arfredo. And this is a pet food enhancement. It's supplement for dogs. And it contains superfoods. And the superfoods in this one is Greek yogurt, cheese, kelp, chia seeds, and dried veggies. It smells really good. It smells like Alfredo. Alfredo. And since I doubled the recipe, I'm going to use 2 scoops. And 1 cup of water. Let me grab a fork. This cup's not really big enough for my whisk, so I just put the scoops in there of the powder. You can see it looks like parsley and stuff. I don't know what all's in it, but oh, that's the kelp, I think I said. Yeah. And we're just going to kind of make that sauce, and then we're going to dump that in here. Okay, then we're going to just mix this up real good, and then we're going to package it. And I always package mine in vacuum seal pouches, and then I'll keep some in the refrigerator and I'll put some in the freezer. It really looks good. Looks like a chicken and egg salad that we might eat. Just so you can really kind of see all the goodies in there and how it looks. Okay, so I got everything packaged up, and I actually got 4 meals this size for Tippy. These packages are pre-packaged with 3 cups, so he gets 3 cups per meal. And I got 4.5 days for Eddie. So this is half of a packet that was the last of it. So that'll be his dinner for tonight. He gets half a cup twice a day. And so I just put his in one packet and give him half of it at a time. And then the apples, I drained the water off that I had. I added a teaspoon of fruit fresh to the apples in this bowl here. Filled it up with water. Stirred it in real good, and that'll help to keep those from turning brown. And that way, when I go to make dog food tomorrow, it will be quick and easy because I have my veggies and my fruit already chopped. So the only thing I'll have to chop is if I do the same recipe again, banana. But actually tomorrow I'm going to be doing a beef one. So this is the second of my series. So tomorrow I'm going to be doing beef burger. So if you're enjoying this type of video, please give us a thumbs up, subscribe, and share our videos on your social media. It's the best way you can help our channel to grow. Thank you so much for watching Jimmy Branch Homestead. Take care and God bless.